Pretty cool.
Yeah.
We had to take a long, long test. I know one woman, woman in town was going to be one. But they found out she wasn't checking the warehouses. You had to walk out of the plant, check each warehouse, dark, and stuff. Oh no, she said, it's dark down there. She didn't last long. And at that time, I wasn't even nervous about it. But now I wouldn't like to walk around at night. I'd go
Yeah.
upstairs and downstairs, and
Yeah.
it was a different time.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't all the bad stuff around.
Well.
But it was an experience that it was fun. It was really, they asked some of the stupidest questions in the test. Oh, it was funny. It was, but it wasn't. And then because you have this time between, you have the other hourly checks. You set that little table up.
Mm-hmm.
Then I could do my nursing work.
Oh.
We had so much stuff.
Yeah.
They just push you so in the LPN. You always think you might be kind of like a glorified aide, but not so. We had the shots, the insulin, everything.
Yeah.
That surprised me.
Hmm.
That really did surprise me. Not too, but anyway, that was a good, very high stress job. I could see doctors would just go crazy because people wouldn't take their pills when they were supposed to and all this. You were so relaxed since you got retired, right? You retired what, right at
60.
Yeah, that's a good time to retire.
Yeah.
Yeah. After Larry retired, well, he had to for a disability at 62, and I took mine right away too. I said, you get less, but you'll get it longer. And I told my neighbors, take it at 62, because I knew people who took it at 65 and they didn't live much longer. They didn't even get it. But,
Well,
it just.
it depends. I think that, for people that can afford not to take it, especially nowadays, it's a good idea to wait.
Yeah.
But not that many people are in a position where they.
No.
You know,
There's always stuff.
Except that there's a lot of people that, that's the other unfortunate thing nowadays. So many people are working. They have to work,
Mm-hmm.
not for the money, but for their health insurance.
Yeah. Really.
There's so many people that work that
That's
would love to stop working, but they can't
I
afford
know,
the
I know.
health insurance. So.
No, Larry, there's one thing with Brickley. I mean, they had good wages, but they worked really hard, too. But he had really excellent insurance that
Yeah.
really paid, all of the hospital bills for the kids and all that. It really was good that way. And
Yeah.
when he got with his heart failure too, he really had
Yeah.
good insurance for it. But they made good wages. But even we, the LPNs, would get good wages, double time, like on holidays and things,
Mhm.
But that is a high stress job because it seems like the director and the assistant director never wanted to discipline aides or anything. They want us to do it all. Then we had to deal with the family, the doctors, and then they'd call back from the drugstore, oh, Medicare won't pay for it. Then you had to call back and get another drug, and then the fax machine was way at one end. We had private rooms.
Yeah.
I did more walking. You had to fax orders, or order didn't come in, or the families are upset about this, that, and the other thing. But I tell you, one nurse, she was watching, and one of the aides came swinging real fast, put his patient down to the dining room. And she was standing by the assistant director, and she said to Crystal, he shouldn't be pushing her that fast. Well, what was wrong with her? Why didn't she get it? They didn't want the aides mad at them. They should have had them mad at them and let us. They never wanted to.
Yeah.
But basically, I think nursing homes are really pretty good now. They're really trying to be. I guess years ago it was terrible. The undertakers would tell us that years ago when they'd pick up somebody, they'd probably stuck to the bed. They hadn't turned them and all like they should have,
Yeah.
They get a lot better care now. And they're cheerful.
Well, they certainly have a lot more oversight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, with all the regulations and such.
Did you go out when you were working? Did you go to the nursing homes?
I tried not to.
Yeah, I suppose.
I didn't need to. There was occasionally something that it was a special patient or something that
Yeah.
I would see. But
there was such a difference. Well, we had a head one that would come, and then they'd send physician's assistant. But some of the doctors would come, and they would go into the room and take their vitals, and someone just come and look at the chart. And we always noticed how much they charged. They didn't even look at it.
the reason that I didn't like to was the family practitioners predominantly are the ones that are in charge of nursing homes. So there'll be one family practitioner that is in charge of the entire nursing home.
Oh, see, we had a doctor that was in charge of ours, one big one.
Right, but he was in charge of everybody.
Yeah.
Right, and what would happen when I would come in to see somebody is suddenly, I would be in there to see one particular patient for a problem. And while I was there, suddenly the nurses wanted to ask me questions about this patient and that patient. All these people that I had no knowledge of, but also had no authority to even say anything about. And that, it becomes very difficult.
Yeah.
Because you see things that were probably not being done right, and yet you really couldn't.
You couldn't say anything. So that's why it was kind of nice to be LPN, because you figured if something happens, it's the RN's head. That's why I never wanted any more responsibility than I had, but it was still very, very, very busy, because we checked in meds, and you had to watch for meds that were, got too old. And you pull so many ways. When Leah was thinking about it, I said, go into something where you zero into one. So she went into phlebotomy. She hasn't started it yet. She's done about 30, but she has to intern yet to get more. She was really good at it right away.
Yeah.
I was surprised. When she drew blood, we would have to go like guinea pigs to give her people, And she didn't do it any differently than the girls. That way you don't have to come all the time, because she wouldn't have to work that much. She's got a good job. I don't know. It's still, when I actually retired from it, I kind of missed it. It's because you have staff to work with, but I did some home care. I didn't care for that. You're kind of alone. And I had this guy who was paralyzed from the chest down, He could help. You just helped him transfer, and he was on the breathing thing.
Okay.
At night and daytime oxygen. You just go in and check all the time to see how it was going, that. But when she'd go to work, I'd still think, you had to suction him, straight, this thing. And I knew I dealt with trachs where we just took out the inner cannula, cleaned it, put it back in, kept it straight. We didn't suction. So I had to learn that. I had a hard time learning it till she told me. What helped me most was having a straw and a pop bottle. This was the wife. She knew more than a lot of people, I'll tell you. And that's what helped me get the swing of doing that.
Okay.
It was just kind of and he was always cheerful, never complained, and, he could work on his computer in the basement. He had a thing. He did back surgery and did something, so he got a tremendous amount of money. So they had he wheeled his chair on this platform and went down the basement and did his computer, and, he got along.
Yeah.
But he still, what a life, though.
Yeah.
He seemed pretty cheerful for the most part. And so, but it isn't. See, she'd go to work and he'd sleep all morning usually. So then you just, I don't know, if she had little chores around the house, I might do it. But it seemed long, kind of dreary. Then once he got up, then he took his own pills. But we brought in certain juice, water, he had certain things. Used his hands, but not much else,
No.
He had the catheter and the whole works,
It's hard.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, that really is tough. So I don't know. You got another bulletin?
Well, there are some pictures that I was wondering if you could help identify. And then there's some people, I don't know who these people are.
I wonder if I do know all of them. I'm not.
Well, sure. Some of it, I think you will, because, but the older stuff probably not. But like this one, well, actually a couple here now. This one, they labeled 43.
I know it,
but I think it's 42. I think that's Oli. That must be Oli's funeral.
That would be like it, wouldn't it?
That makes.
Because I remember when they came and said Grandpa died. I remember the day he died, but I've asked everybody too, whose funeral was it? Oh, here you're
it
showing.
Has to be.
You're showing more people. That didn't show on the other pictures. I know that Ike and Ida, but who are these people standing back here? But I can't see them good enough. That might be Aunt Ida in the front row.
But I tried to find somebody else that that might have died in 43, and I couldn't find anybody that died in 43. So,
Probably Grandpa.
but Ole
Grandpa
died in
Waldo.
42.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that was
And
just
what was he, 82?
something like
He was
that.
in early 80s. Didn't he
Yeah.
die in the doctor's office? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I never heard anything.
Oh, and then and this
That's-
is
see, that's
Eddie.
that's something you're supposed to tell me now.
Oh, but see, I didn't know that either. You know how they never told. I heard that vaguely though, that he died in the doctor's
He
office.
went to the doctor's office and he died in the,
Yeah,
in
he
the
was
office.
had some. Yeah, but I'm not sure it's right. This is the same one. I called Florence Miller. Now she died not too terrible long ago. She was Emma's daughter. I called her out for coffee to see if she knew it was. The only thing I could think of is it might be some underdoll.
Well, you know, he's in two pictures.
Dad and Eddie and Dad are easy to get, but this guy, oh, maybe Elaine Underdoll. I got a friend named
This is
Elaine,
the.
and I don't know if Ma's holding Gordy.
So I don't know. I don't know if you can tell on this
Would there
better.
be more things I could see better here?
I couldn't tell. I had to work on that picture because that was that little tiny
This one
picture.
reminds me of Colonel Underdoll, the first guy there. So it looks like his hair, but the rest. Maybe I could zero in on that little one. Maybe that little one.
I can make
sure.
it bigger.
Oh, make it bigger. Yeah, that might help. Now these, that's at.
No, don't get ahead of me now. I
No,
have
okay.
to. Okay. So what did you want to look at closer?
Some of the audience or the people standing by. I thought maybe I could. That is Aunt Ida. I know that for
Is
sure.
that?
So that she would be a daughter, and that's Ole by her because
You know they were cousins.
I don't know. Ole?
Yes.
I didn't know that. First cousin?
Well, they're.
Well, Ole was adopted.
He was adopted cousin
Oh yeah.
because Ole was adopted by Ingeborg
In
and
that
Jens
letter.
Hermanson,
Yeah.
and Ingeborg was one of the kids was Ole's sister.
Oh yeah.
That was your great aunt. So when they adopted him, Ida was his cousin,
Yeah. That's how they.
which is kind of strange.
That is Colonel Underdoll. I'm pretty sure this one is. That's the way his hair was, and he had glasses like that. He was Elaine's dad, and Elaine would know. I correspond with her. One daughter is
Okay.
still living. She's an Underdoll. She never married. Lives in Minneapolis.
So actually, that's another question I had was this Elaine that I kept seeing in all these pictures.
She wasn't. I don't
Is that
think she-
Elaine Underall?
Yeah.
And she was just a friend.
Friend, a
Okay.
neighbor. She taught us piano lessons. We walked over there.
She seemed to be in a lot of pictures with
Yeah.
you all,
She was a neighbor. And we cleaned,
or at least the older girls.
Yeah.
With the older girls, she was
We
always
cleaned-
in a picture.
and we cleaned house for
Okay.
their folks.
All right.
And that's what. But this is definitely Ida.
Okay.
Now cousin LaDonna will come this summer. She might know more too. I don't know. I wonder if I had a lighted magnifying glass. But that's Ida.
Okay.
I was trying.
It's
to,
not a very good picture,
oh,
unfortunately.
It was too bad that they didn't get it clear.
Yeah,
That would have been
yeah.
fun to see who all came.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that
I think
that's
LaDonna
Ole.
would say that too. We worked cleaning house for Underdolls for years. We cleaned that house from top to bottom, washed walls. Oh Lord! But this I don't know.
So we don't know who that is.
I wonder if that isn't the Underdoll. Isaac. They took Isaac to see some Underdoll. What was his name? Joe Underdoll. And in California, and he was there. His
All right.
daughters took him.
Okay.
Was he the one I told you about that? Well, on the way home, and he said, "Oh, Joe really looks old." He said, and of course, he was real old then too. Then they got such a kick out of him. I think Mama's holding Gordy Valdo. Because
Okay.
before Eddie married Emma, he had different.
Because that's a
Laura.
later picture.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really when Janie was already, Janie and Gerald were.
We remember
were
Aunt Laura
kids.
watched Gordy, and every time Eddie would go, Laura would come over to her house because she couldn't stand to hear Gordon cry.
Yeah.
Because he felt. Well, then he married Emma, and that went along fine. His real mother walked. It must have been like that woman who killed all her kids. After she had this child, she must have just gone off the rocker.
Yeah.
She walked. She left. Well, then he was a tiny
This
baby.
is Eddie's.
Eddie's wife, his
Yeah.
first wife, Doris, her name was. I remember her too. They came to the house once.
Uh-huh.
I do remember Doris. But then they never told Gordon.
Okay.
And then one day someone in school, they lived in Elberly, told him, oh, he was upset. Emma said Eddie had to sit up with him about 3 nights.
Hmm.
But why did my own mother go away? Oh, he was really upset by that.
Hmm.
And before then, he had a good relation with them,
Yeah.
with Emma. After that, then he was a kid,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
just gotta,
yeah.
they should have told him.
Now this one.
Oh,
This one, everybody
Isaac.
was labeled except the baby.
The baby.
And I figured it has to be Eddie.
Yeah,
Right.
I think you got that right.
Okay.
That's Eddie, yeah.
I just looked at the
Isaac,
ages difference.
Dad looked so different then.
Right.
Golly, he didn't look like when he grew up at all,
No.
did he?
No.
And Ida, though, she was always so proper.
Yeah.
Even on that picture, she always walked so straight. She was just so, and because she was always so snoopy too.
Now these are
Yeah,
cousins.
yeah.
But
Conrad
who-
was Selmers, Laverne was Selmers. They were brothers.
Okay.
And then my brother Orban there.
Yeah. Okay,
And
so
these-
they belong to Selmer.
These 2 boys,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Conrad died in his 40s of a heart attack. His mother's side had bad hearts, and
Okay.
and Laverne died 72.
Okay.
He was a womanizer. He was really a character.
I think I saw a picture of him.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
He was really good looking, and all the relation were always bragging about it. Just think, he neither smokes nor drinks. And then us kids would all look at each other because he was such a womanizer. Even at Conrad's funeral, they were talking about Laverne. Somebody had him in. Shirley and LaDonna were sitting behind me, and they knew I was, oh, that Laverne, he has a heart of gold. He was just, he would have been glad if he smoked and drank.
Now that's a
You know all
reunion
the-
at Selmer's place.
And they had some kind of fire in the house. That's why.
Why
that's
it's
what- Yeah. Do you remember? Did
And
you
I think I know
those people.
most of those people.
I don't know who this little baby boy was here in the front. There's Janie and Patty, and I suppose Gerald, and there's Orban. But that little boy, would that be Gordon then? Because Aunt Laura watched him quite a lot. LaDonna and I are there with our pigtails, cousin Corrine. Isaac, you can see Selmer. And that looks like, I don't know who that is in the back. I don't know who's standing by Evelyn Lowe. That one I don't know.
All right.
Because his face is turned away. And someone in the army also could have been Lowell, because I think once Lowell and Conrad got in a big fight.
Okay, that was another question. Lowell, I've seen him. Who does he belong to? Is he a
Selmer
He's a Selmer
Lowell.
also. Okay.
Yeah, he had a big family.
Okay.
And Levon went down to see him. Did she tell you about that? She went to see Lowell's kids in I don't know, they lived down south.
Okay.
He ended up not living at home again. But they had a big squabble, him and Conrad, and then Lowell joined the army. That's how they solved some things in those days. They were more, but Ma was so young in this picture. Oh my, she looked so young. They marry young, they get to see a lot of growing up kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, great.
Yeah.
Heidi, Lavon's little grandchild, called Ma great-grandma.
Grape.
She couldn't say.
All right, this one. Now, they were labeled, but, so this is Judy Erickson?
Yeah,
So that would be
that's Aunt
Ida's
Ida's.
daughter.
They had
Now
Judy-
this one, it says Orvin.
It's Orvis.
Orvis.
Orvis Erickson.
So
Orvis.
he's a
Sister
brother?
and brother. yeah.
Okay, okay.
And that's Leon
Leon
and Shirley. And that is either me or Betty.
No,
Who-
it's,
Betty.
this is Betty. This-
Georgia.
No, wait a minute. This is Georgia. This is Levon. That's Mom, and that's Betty.
Is that your mom? I
Yeah.
didn't think that was Norma before.
Yeah, she's holding Levon.
When I was little, I got a first grade picture. I looked just exactly like Betty, but we really don't look that much alike now. We have way
You're-
different features.
Well,
we all resemble each other.
I mean, if I saw the two of you
yeah.
together, I would say you're sisters.
Oh yeah, they always pick us out. And then if nothing else, it's our voices. You all talk the same.
Okay, but Orvis, because I couldn't figure out who that
Where's
was.
Edna Card though? Myrtle Hagen.
No, this is
Older-
different. That's
Oh,
different.
that's another.
That's
picture.
different. This is for this.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that was Georgia.
Yeah. The cutest picture there ever is one of Norma and Leon with Betty walking down
Yeah,
the road.
I got that one.
I just love that picture.
I
That
I
was-
enlarged that for Betty.
Oh, she loved that
Yeah,
picture, yeah.
yeah.
And the one with Ma and Annie holding the kids with Betty's diaper dragging down. Betty hated that picture. But still as good of Mom and Annie. the two women who lived so long and who had the most horrible eating habits in the world.
There's a couple of these that. So this is that Elaine Underdahl?
Yeah, see, we
And
took
who's?
cousin LaDonna that
Okay.
lives in California,
All right.
and me.
And then you.
We took piano lessons, and we kind of sat by her in school all the time too. She had seizures, she had epilepsy, and other kids weren't always so good to her. But you know, she got rid of the disease totally as she grew up. She was on that milk diet, that cream diet. I sent her that picture. I have that one. She was tickled to get it. And she took care of my gifts at my wedding. Oh,
That one.
Cousin Mardell. That's the Berg side.
Okay, so that's a. And what's your name?
George and Helen Berg's daughter, the oldest girl, left home in high school and never lived back here again.
Okay.
She married somebody from Lincoln, Nebraska, and stayed there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good picture
Uh-huh.
of
That
you
is.
guys.
Yeah, that is a good picture.
You have a
She called me
You have a
and said-
scowl on your face.
Yeah, she called me and said, why wasn't I wearing a coat and the rest were on the picture? And I said, well, they probably said, oh, she just as well be in the picture too, and drug her outside.
So, who?
That's Corinne and LaDonna.
Okay.
They're both California for years.
Oops.
Years. Oh, I touched it.
You touched it.
Yeah, you got to be careful, don't you? I like that picture too.
Yeah.
I'm sure those girls have it too.
Um,
Pigtails were popular in that. We had braids till we were freshmen in high school.
Now, this one, I'm guessing that this is Shirley and
Leon and Annie.
And then, so this is my mother.
Yeah, and Betty.
So
with
this
the
must be
dry-
Betty, and this must be Levon.
Vaughn
Okay.
was a big fat baby. And here
She was,
she
wasn't
grew
she?
so small. Yeah.
All right. It's easier for me to look through this and then ask you.
That's the way Lisa does it too. She's
This one I felt bad because I couldn't do much with. But I was wondering who these people were.
Yes, now these I know who. I will try not to touch it. We didn't have any pictures of Grandma Bird, but that's
So is that Grandma Bird?
She
You know,
always
and
wore a navy dress with a white for funerals and weddings.
And I worked on that picture for so long, and her face had something over the top of it.
Yeah.
So it
was
sort of
like
ruined the
something
fa-
was set, but I thought it was still better than nothing because
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
had no other pictures. There's
So that's
Aunt
her.
Ida, and Mama's way back there.
Okay,
And
so Ida is next to her. So
And
this
that's
is
Grandma
this is
Bird.
Anka Bird,
Yeah, Anka.
Anka.
Tanta. Yeah, Anka.
and then this is Ida.
Ida, Mom. That's Aunt Mary who died young of heart failure, died in bed. I think Edna was sleeping with her. She died at, I can't think of her age now, young. She was young. Then those
Okay.
four were left. Edna, Evelyn, Clifford, and Marvin, and they're all gone now.
Okay, so I'm confused. So this Mary, you say?
Mary
She's-
was a sister of the rest of them, but she died young.
Sister of.
Ida. Ida, Cora, Emma, Dad's
Oh,
sister.
okay. So she's the oldest one. She was the
Yeah, I wonder if she wasn't.
actually,
I'm not-
and I was going to ask you about that.
I'm not sure if she was the oldest.
Yeah, she was the oldest.
Yeah, oh, well then. But
She's
she
born in
died the
1888.
Yeah,
She died in 41.
yeah.
So she would have been.
She died about the time the Japs
Fif-
bombed Pearl Harbor.
right, well,
'cause it
41.
ran together. That was like Ma.
So,
And then there's more sisters there too.
Um,
I love that picture. It's good.
and so I was going to ask. So
Then Judith.
she has a different name in a lot of the things I looked at. Early on, her name was Maye.
and then some called
and then
her Marie.
it was Marie,
Yeah, but her name was Mary, I thought.
and then it was later on it was Mary.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if what you guys, because what you guys called her would have been her.
Mary.
Was it Mary? Okay.
And I know when she died, Mom said, I can still hear Mom say it. Oh, and she was the nicest one. She was really nice. She was heavy.
So that's Mary.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Judith is Ida's daughter.
Okay,
so
so-
Orvis and Judith.
So this is Judy Erickson.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Shirley, and behind her is Pearl Persic.
This is Shirley?
Yeah.
Okay.
And behind her is Pearl Persic and Annie holding, I think, cousin Patty. I think she's holding Patty.
Okay.
And then in front was Orvin, LaDonna, cousin Mardell, and Janie. She was real little then.
This is LaDonna,
Yeah, right
Okay.
here. And that's Mardell,
and that's
and
Janie.
that's Janie. And so there were Bergs and a neighbor, and it must have been just some kind of a gathering. I
Yeah.
don't know why. There's mixed up both sides.
It's just a shame that it's
That it wasn't better.